from Tokyo, my dear friends, my dear friends. This is Daisuke, and how are you doing today? I hope you and your family and friends are all doing very well, and that you are having a nice day wherever you are in the world. I'd like to take this opportunity, if I may, to make a brief announcement. As some of you may already know, on Sunday, September 29th, 2019, 6 a.m. Tokyo time, it'll be my great honor and pleasure to be able to talk with you about a film from 1968, written and directed by the legend of cinema that is John Cassavetes. And the film is called Faces. So I will be talking about this in a live stream film club session that will take place again Sunday, September 29th, 2019, 6 a.m. Tokyo time. So I look forward to seeing you there. It'll be my pleasure to hear what you have to say. You can participate in the live chat, and I'll be trying to pull together some thoughts that I have about this film. I think it's a very moving work. I think it's quite a difficult film in many respects. It's one that I admit that I was not able to get on my first watch of this. And maybe even now, after having seen it for over a number of years and on a number of occasions, maybe even now I can't claim to say that I get the film. But I can say that it does move me, and it really makes a profound impact on me. And I think it has that maybe rare ability to affect me the more I watch it, and the more the older I get, I find it affects me more and more. So hopefully I'll have the opportunity, or I'll try anyway, if I have the time tomorrow during the live stream, to do my best to articulate that feeling or that reaction that I have to the film. And I'll try to articulate that when compared to how I felt about the film the first time I saw it. So this is John Cassavetes' Faces. Now, this is the first film by John Cassavetes that I think I've had the opportunity to talk about in detail in this on this YouTube channel. I have spoken about other works by John Cassavetes in passing, perhaps, in other videos on this YouTube channel, but I have never been able to talk about any of his works in detail. So this is my first time sharing with you some of my thoughts about John Cassavetes. So I'm a little bit nervous, and I might stumble on my face. I probably will stumble on my face. And I just ask for your patience and understanding. And what is more, I think, very important to me is your input and your sharing with me, sharing with all of us what you feel about this film, whether it be positive or negative or somewhere in between. It doesn't matter, as long as it comes from a place where you have watched the film, and you have tried to deal with the film, and you have experienced the film. And that's what I'm looking forward to the most, and I think that is the main thing that will help me along the way with this film and talking about the film with you. And as difficult as I think this film is, I truly admire it and love it, and it was one of the first John Cassavetes films that I saw growing up when I was maybe a student that I really fell in love with. And I was probably too young at the time to appreciate the film fully, but I think there was something very powerful about its presentation, and very simple in its approach and what it was trying to say, that it really affected me. And it was it's in many ways it started my journey with John Cassavetes, which I am very happy to say is still ongoing. So It'll be my pleasure to sit down and talk with you and hear your thoughts about Faces. Now, I should say that the version of Faces that I will be talking about, or I will be focusing on primarily, is this version that I have here in front of us, which is from the Criterion Collection. This happens to be one of the Blu-rays in the fantastic set, which is called John Cassavetes' 5 Films. Now, this 5 Films box set is spine number 250, and Faces itself is spine number 252 in the physical media collection of the Criterion Collection. Now, it comes in the box, and so I've just pulled out Faces, as you can see, so there's a space where Faces should be. And I've also pulled out the booklet because I've been reviewing this as part of my own preparation for the discussion tomorrow, which I highly recommend if you have the access to the Criterion essays regarding Faces. But I should point out that this is 130 minutes. So this is a 130-minute version of Faces. I know that there have been a number of versions that have been in existence ever since the film's initial release. I'm not sure as to what version that you have access to, but if you're relying on Criterion, it'll be the 130-minute version. And I should say that, as far as I understand, this film is available individually if you want to buy it on a DVD individually. You don't have to buy the Blu-ray set because, unfortunately, as far as I understand, the Blu-ray is not available individually through the Criterion Collection. You can only get it through this box set. But at least as of now, as of this video, if you're watching this video after the fact, I encourage you to check out the Criterion Collection website just to be absolutely sure. But as far as I can tell, I checked just now, there is no change. This Blu-ray, if you want to get it on Blu-ray, is only available through the box set. If you want to get the film individually, it is on sale through the Criterion Collection, but as an individual DVD. And you can also watch the film on the Criterion Channel streaming service. So there are many options available if you want to get the Criterion Collection version. And again, the one Criterion Collection release version is 130 minutes. There are other lengths of versions out there in the world that have existed over time, but I will be relying on the 130-minute version on this with this discussion tomorrow. And I should say also that this Blu-ray is a high-def digital restoration of the film, and I love it because it has a grainy look to it. That black and white grainy footage, which is wonderful, and I like to talk about that in a little bit of detail during the live stream, because I think it's very important and it serves an important function vis-a-vis the narrative and the overall effect of the film. And then there is an alternate 18-minute opening sequence. Now, I don't know if I'll have the opportunity tomorrow during the live stream to talk about that, but I'd like to do so if I have the opportunity. So if you want to try to find it and watch it, you please feel free to do so. But it's I'm not sure if I'll be able to talk about it tomorrow anyway, and because I have so many comments to make about the film itself. But it's well worth checking out if you have the chance. Then there is an episode of the French television series Cinéastes de notre temps from 1968, dedicated to director John Cassavetes, which is very recommended. What's also recommended is Making Faces, a 2004 documentary featuring interviews with actors Seymour Cassel, Lynn Carlin, and Jenna Rollins, and director of photography Al Rubin. This is also highly, highly recommended if you have the opportunity to see it, because it's really one of the premier Criterion supplements. And it's very clear and very remarkable, and highly, highly recommended. If you can watch it before the live stream, I strongly suggest that you do so. And another great supplement is Al Rubin on Lighting and Shooting Faces, a new program featuring commentary by Rubin, again, the director of photography, comments on specific scenes of the film. And this is also very key, and that's something that I want to talk about, which is how the cinematography might create a kind of effect vis-a-vis the narrative, and also vis-a-vis maybe our own psychological view as we, the viewer, watch the film. I can only make very simplistic comments about those aspects, but even so, I think those are very exciting components among many exciting components with respect to this film, Faces. And so it'll be my pleasure, my great honor, to talk with you about this film, Faces, which will take place September 29th, 2019, Sunday, at 6 a.m. Tokyo time. Again, that's 6 a.m. Tokyo time. If you are unable to reach me or to join us during the live stream, that's not a problem, my friends, because as soon as the live stream will be over, the actual live stream itself will be uploaded automatically to YouTube, and you can also see the live chat as it progressed in real time during the course of that live stream. So, and you can always leave comments as well under that video. So there's no worry if you can't make it during the live session, because it'll be a video that you can watch after the fact at any time. So, my dear friends, this is Faces. If you have the time, please, I encourage you to watch this film. It is a remarkable achievement, and as I say, it's very difficult in some places, but and I think there are some aspects of the film that are worth discussing in terms of whether they work or not, and how they are trying to present information to the viewer, and the kind of process we are seeing unfold, what the kinds of scenarios that we're seeing develop before our very eyes, and the way in which characters react to each other, relate to each other, the dynamics that are forged among character groupings almost immediately, and that kind of psychological battlegrounds that are being set at the very outset of these character groupings. And not only are there psychological battlegrounds, not only is there sort of almost mental warfare going on, there are also moments of great profound tenderness and intimacy and real connection, or maybe connectivity between and among human beings. Whether that is lasting or whether it is fleeting, it is something that hopefully I can try to talk about tomorrow or during the live stream. So this, among other things, will be on the table, as it were, during the live stream film club chat regarding this film, Faces. So, my dear friends, if you have the opportunity, please, oh please, won't you join us in a discussion of this great work by John Cassavetes, the film from 1968, Faces. With that, my friends, I hope you're well, and hopefully I will see you again very soon. And until we meet again, my friends, as always, please be happy and healthy and well, and please, please, please keep on watching a lot of great, great movies. So until we meet again, my friends, cheers.